Okay, let's talk about your brain. And I don't just mean the one you've got right now. I'm talking about the brain you're going to be living with in 10, 20, even 50 years from now. Because here's the thing, every single habit you have right now is building that future brain, for better or, yeah, for worse.
So let's do a quick gut check. Be honest. Do you forget stuff? The little things, like where did I put my keys? Or a name that you literally just heard 2 seconds ago.
And what about focus? Sound familiar? You sit down to get one thing done, just one. And 5 minutes later, you're juggling three different browser tabs, your phone is buzzing, and your mind is, well, it's anywhere but where it's supposed to be. Or maybe this is the one that really hits home. You get a full night's sleep, but you wake up and your brain just feels foggy. You know, tired before the day has even started. If you're nodding along to any of this, then yeah, you are in exactly the right place. Because here's the big idea, the one thing I really want you to get. Everything you do today is literally training your brain. It's learning from every single action. And those lessons, they're either building up a powerful defense against mental decline, or they're speeding it up.
We tend to think of brain health as this far-off problem, something for when we're much older. But that's just not how it works. The foundation for your future mind, it's not built when you're 70. It's being built, or kind of scary, it's being torn down right now. And it all starts with these tiny little habits we don't even think twice about.
So let's get real about how this actually plays out. That mindless scrolling you do on your phone, we all do it. It's not just a waste of time. It's actually weakening the connections inside your brain. And that constant multitasking we all brag about, turns out, it's training your brain to be bad at deep focus. It's literally teaching it to be distracted, which is terrible for your memory.
Okay, so what do we do about it? How do we fight back? Well, it all starts the moment you wake up. Seriously, those first few minutes of your day are absolutely crucial. They set the entire tone for how your brain is going to perform. Just think about it. What's the first thing most of us do? We grab our phone. And boom! Your brain is instantly flooded with notifications, emails, other people's drama. It's not thinking, it's just reacting. It goes into what you could call passive mode. You're a consumer, not a creator. And doing that day after day, well, it teaches your brain to be lazy. So what's the alternative? It's so simple. Try this 5-minute routine before you even look at your phone. Ready? First, just recall 3 things you learned yesterday. Anything. Second, while you're brushing your teeth, do some simple mental math. What's 7 times 8? 12 plus 29. It doesn't matter, just get the gears turning. And third, read one single page of something that makes you think. Just one. That's it. With those tiny actions, you're flipping a switch. You're telling your brain, hey, wake up, we've got work to do today. All right, so your brain's awake. Awesome. But now comes the real boss battle, the afternoon. That time of day where focus just goes to die and procrastination is suddenly your best friend. This is where the real damage to our focus happens. And this is a really important mindset shift. Procrastination, it's not you being lazy. It's not a character flaw. It's actually a signal from your brain. Your brain is tired. It's exhausted from jumping between tasks all day, and it's avoiding the hard work of focusing because we've trained it to love distraction. So how do we retrain it? We have to take it to the gym, the brain gym. And we're going to start small with just one number. 25. That's it. That's your new workout. The rules for the brain gym are super simple, but you can't cheat. Rule 1, pick one task, just one. Rule 2, set a timer for 25 minutes. And Rule 3, for those 25 minutes, no phone, no extra browser tabs, no excuses, period. Your brain needs clear instructions, and this is as clear as it gets. But why does this work so well? Because every time you do this, it's like a bicep curl for your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain right behind your forehead that's like the CEO. It handles memory, making good decisions, all that important stuff. Every 25-minute session is literally making that part of your brain stronger, the part that fights off distractions. Okay, we've woken up the brain, we've trained it in the afternoon. But now we need to talk about the part everybody forgets, the evening. And this is so important because this is when your brain does all of its heavy lifting for your memory. See, at night, your brain isn't just powering down. No way. It's busy organizing everything from the day, kind of like a librarian filing books. And we can actually help it do a better job. So here's a simple night reset. First, take one thing you learned today and just say it out loud. Try to explain it like you're teaching a friend. When you do that, you're locking that memory in tight. Then, and this is the big one, no screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. You have to give your brain some quiet time to start that filing process without a bunch of noise. So, we've got these tactics for morning, afternoon, and night, but they all point back to one single fundamental rule of brain science. This is like the law of gravity for your mind. It's the most important principle for keeping your brain sharp, forever. And that rule is simple. Use it or lose it. That's it. There's no middle ground. A brain that you don't challenge, a brain that you don't push to learn new things, it literally shrinks. It gets smaller. It's a harsh truth, but man, is it motivating. And let's be super clear here. Training your brain doesn't just mean doing Sudoku puzzles. Real cognitive training is part of your everyday life. It's about learning a new skill. It's about reading something with ideas you've never heard before. It's about asking why instead of just scrolling and accepting everything you see. And maybe this is the most important part of this whole thing. You don't have to be perfect. You're going to forget the morning routine sometimes. You're going to get distracted during your 25 minutes. It's okay. It's not about perfection. It's about intention. It's about waking up each day and just trying to make one good choice for your brain. Because in the end, all these little habits, they all add up. Think of them as an investment in your future self. You put in the work today, you challenge your brain, you protect it. So that down the road, when you really need it, it's still there for you. Sharp, reliable, ready, so that it never, ever betrays you. So, I want to leave you with one final question. Don't try to do everything at once. That never works. Just look back at everything we talked about. What's the one thing? What's the one small habit you can start today to protect that future version of you?